Hey everyone, Keri White here, real estate agent in beautiful, sunny Los Angeles. I'm going to talk about a question I'm getting all the time. What is happening with the market? What's going on with foreclosures? Is this bubble going to burst? And what should I do? If you haven't already, don't forget to hit the like button and then the subscribe so you can get notifications on all the information that I am bringing out weekly on real, current, up-to-date situations in the Los Angeles real estate market. At the early onset of the pandemic, we saw a big pullback of both buyers and sellers. Now, the percentage of sellers that pulled back was higher than that of buyers. So we then furthered our dip in inventory. The shortage worsened and it made it even more competitive for buyers. And buyers were expecting this big dip. Well, although we did have a big drop in activity and listings, we did not see a dip in prices. However, the buyers right now have been up 30% on their mortgage applications since last year. That means that 30% more buyers are applying for a mortgage than they were in September of 2019. Now, when the pandemic hit, we had mortgage applications drop 30%. So they went down 30%, they got up again to 20% in June, and now they're at 30% higher. So that's a 60% increase in buyers applying for a mortgage, 60%. So you can feel with that stat, this push and this frenzy that us real estate agents are dealing with right now in Los Angeles. Now, if we look at the amount of pending sales, we have seen the year-over-year increase of 16%. So 16% more properties are under contract right now than they were a year ago. And that seems like a higher number because of the lack of inventory, but shows you how quickly buyers are moving to try to get into a property. Now, the total inventory was down 38%. So that means that 38% less properties are on the market now than there were last year. And we know that we have 30% more people applying for a mortgage. That doesn't include people that are paying cash. So you can see this gap between what's available and the demand for it. But the projections of what these top economists are saying and how they compare to what they were saying back in March and April. So the people we are discussing are Fannie Mae, NAR, MBA, Zillow, Zelman, Reuters Poll, Freddie Mac, CoreLogic, and House. Lowest, there's only one negative prediction on there, and that's House, and that's negative 1.1%. And then the top one on there is Fannie Mae, which is 4.4%. So the range is that we will increase in home prices from 0.6 to 4.4. So roughly, we're looking at a 2 to 3% on average increase year over year for future home prices over the next 12 months. Now, what's interesting is we look at the predictions of these same people earlier in the pandemic. Fannie Mae had predicted home prices would pretty much stay stable, about 0.4%, and they actually went up 4.4%. Zillow, I remember seeing this article, said prices were going to go down 3%. Now, Zillow is predicting that they're going to rise 3.6%. Then you have CoreLogic, who had the biggest prediction in the negative arena at 6.6%, is now saying they predict home prices to rise 0.6%. So why the discrepancy between then and now? Well, we all didn't know what was going on back in March and April. We had no idea how this pandemic was going to impact anything. Our lifestyles really changed, and no one could have predicted how this pandemic would impact housing. Well, when you're in your house all day, stay-at-home orders, your lifestyle changes into your desires, your wants and needs for your family. So there were a few people that thought this is a good time to take advantage of the market and get a good deal, and that just never happened. All of these signs indicate that we are not anywhere near a downturn, and essentially whatever is happening in this city, we need more housing to be built to keep up with the growing population. But as far as the indicators for mortgage applications, buyer interest, lack of inventory, we are in a big supply and demand situation, and that is driving prices up. So it's been very interesting. We try to stay on top of all this information every week and get it out to you. If you have any questions, you know where to find me. Don't forget to subscribe, and actually, throw me a comment. What do you think? Do you have questions? Is there something I haven't addressed? Let me know what you think. I'd love to talk more about LA real estate as we eat, sleep, breathe it. So thanks for tuning in, guys, and we will see you next week.